I believe that a daughter should have a father figure in her life. I was 2 when my parents' divorce was finalized. I don't remember my dad or who he was as a person. My siblings described him as a superhero because he would always save them out of trouble. My parents were happy. My dad was a contractor for a construction company and my mom had her own cleaning business. We were the average American family, just with a little spice to it since my mom was Latina. We had it all, but the drugs destroyed our family. My dad became addicted to cocaine and gambling. There were times when my mom would hide his drugs in our room and he would go insane and beat her. All his money started going to the drugs. Eventually, it just wasn't cocaine. He began using meth and taking bars. My dad left right before my first birthday and I never saw him again. It was my twin sister's quinceañera and I was 6 years old when I first laid eyes on the man who destroyed my family. I was standing on the left corner of the dance floor when I saw this tall white man walk in. He was wearing a cowboy hat with a white button-down shirt, white Levi jeans, and western boots. I knew he was looking for someone by the way his eyes were wide open and the posture of his body. The bass of the music began vibrating my ears, and a gush of butterflies exploded inside of me. My thoughts were shifting from one side to another. I walked up to him, nervous and tremendously scared that he wasn't going to recognize me. He was talking to my Uncle Carlos when I stood next to him and tugged him by his shirt. Our eyes stayed glued to each other and my heart started beating really fast. He picked me up and I hugged him with all the force I had in me, but I held back my tears. My heart didn't feel at peace. It felt empty. My heart needed to be full of fatherly love, but it just wasn't there. As years passed by, I got to see him twice a year because of his job, but it was still a disappointment because I only knew my father through phone calls. Our relationship was built through the voice I heard from the phone. I would imagine him as the person he was on the phone other than the person he was in real life. He finally decided to move to Houston with my brother when I was 15. He promised me that he would stay clean, but knowing my father, it was a lie that I hid inside of me. Now when I talk to my dad, our relationship has slowly continued to build up. He's proud of the daughter that my mom had to raise alone. I've proven to him that through my success, I do not need a father figure in my life. I do not hold any anger towards him because I'm a parent myself. I'm raising a little one on my own without her father in her life. It took me a lot of pride to open my trust to my father on being a grandpa to my daughter. My dad has been a father figure in my daughter's life, and in his eyes I see a lot of me in her. It brings joy to my heart to know that everything that he missed in my life, he's gaining it back by being there for her. I believe that a daughter should have a father figure in her life. Even after my struggles of not having my dad in my life still haunts me, I wish I could go back and change many things. I was able to gain so much success and become the woman and a mother to a child with the help of my mom, but my father was still in my thoughts. I hide the pain that shadows me every day when I run through my past, and knowing that my past was full of drugs and not having my dad there, it has helped me become stronger.